All right, everybody. Welcome to another Manic Monday. And this is baseball, not football, but I did have to call an audible. I was going to play another game, but I realized I haven't played that game in a while. I really need to get the rules down better before I play it. So I pulled out a game I'm very familiar with, just haven't played in a while. And that's going to qualify for Manic Monday as well, and that's History Maker Baseball. What I have today is the 1967 season, and this is a project I may or may not get into, but if I do get into it, this will be the first game in the project. And basically, what the project is 1967 American League had one of the greatest pennant races of all time. There were four teams that went right down to the wire. So, this game today is from September the 1st, 1967. And what I was thinking about doing was playing every game in September for those four teams. So when those four teams are playing, that's the game I would play. Any of the teams that aren't in those four, they're playing each other. Like say the Yankees were playing the Senators, I wouldn't play that because it has no bearing um, on the pennant race. I would only play games where the four teams, Chicago, Boston, Minnesota, and Detroit, were playing each other. So in this case, they're playing each other, but I would also play games where Minnesota might be playing California or Detroit might be playing Kansas City. So as long as one of those four teams are involved, I would play it with History Maker Baseball and see if I can make history or do, see what kind of history comes out of it. Like I said, I may or may not do it. It's just a thought that popped in my head. And so I thought, well, for Manic Monday, this would be a pretty good thing to do. Because if I don't do this, then it's just a good one-off. And if I do, then I'm one game into my replay. So that's where we're at. All right. Game day checks for both teams. I went to the real life box scores for the past couple days. Chicago has won 2 games in a row, and Boston has lost their last game. So when we roll for the game day, if you roll a 1 or a 2 for Chicago, they will be sunny. They will be, very happy and be sunny. And if they're not, then it's possible that they could be on the stormy chart and be dissident. So it's just a matter of, what they're going to be doing there. So let's roll the dice for the White Sox. Again, they need a 1 or a 2, or else it's going to go to the decider die. Okay, they rolled a 1. So that means they're on the sunny chart, and they have full harmony. So they are harmonious in this game. Full harmony. They do not need the decider die for harmony. Now we're going to roll on the sunny chart and see what kind of perk someone might get. It's a 3, and on 3 it's a team trainer. And we go to 1, which says today's starter. Perk with a starting pitcher. I'm sorry, perk with starting pitcher. Okay, I gotta go see what starting pitcher we're talking about. 6, it's next game's starter major perk. So I won't roll that now in case I don't do anything, but next game starter, I'll see what the major perk is so I can make a note on the sheet for that next game starter. And the major perk comes all the way down here for a pitcher. And it says 1, says fresh till further notice. So the next game's pitcher, if I do this thing, the next game's pitcher, the starting pitcher, will be fresh throughout the whole game. It won't be based on innings. It'll be throughout the whole game. It'll be fresh until he either is ineffective or just has to be pulled, one or the other. But that will be for the next game's starter. So under the Chicago White Sox notes, I'm going to put that next game starter is fresh till further notice. Fresh TFN. And they are fully harmonious. Now, the Red Sox lost their last game, so they got a 1-game losing streak. And they are fully dissonant because they rolled a 1. So they are fully dissonant, are the Red Sox, which means they're on the stormy chart. So we'll see what happens on the stormy chart. We get a 2, which is media. That's a 3, which is minor issue with the manager. All right, let's see what the minor issue is for the manager. That's down here. What minor issue? It's a 6. Dissonant this game. Well, they're already dissonant this game, so that really doesn't change anything. They're fully dissonant, and that Would have been that way any way you go. So they are fully dissonant. The Red Sox are fully dissonant. White Sox fully harmonious. Hot and cold players, I took those from the previous box score on August 31st. And for the White Sox, Don Buford is the hot player, and Ken Berry is the cold player. For the Red Sox, Jerry Adair is the cold player. George Scott is the hot player. All right, so I think we're ready to go. Now, normally for fatigue, after 3 innings, the pitcher changes from fresh to semi-fresh, but on these older seasons, you bumped it up to a 4th inning, so the starters will be fresh for the first 4 innings. I do have the extra large book that I ordered, and I haven't done a game with it since I've ordered it, so this could be a good thing. I'll have this standing up right on the other side, and I'll just flip the pages as I need it. Actually, it might be in the way, so let me bring it down here where I can get to it better. That way I'm not going across the viewing area and causing the focus to get out of focus. So I think everything's good to go. And I will get the book all set up. Jose Santiago is on the mound for the Red Sox. He is finishing up those warm-up tosses. And the first batter he's going to face is center fielder Tommy Agee. So here we go. I'll read the results off the book as they come up. There are the benches and the bullpens for both teams, so you know who's available. And we're underway. Oh, almost forgot. Umpires. Unique thing in History Maker Baseball are the umpires. These are the actual umpires at their actual bases in the real game. Ed Runge's at home plate, Bill Howler's at first, Jim Odom's at second, and Hank Soar is at third, if the umpires come into question. All right, Santiago to Agee. And we're underway. 2-4-4. 2-4-4 asks, is the pitcher an ace? He is not an ace. We go to the batter. Is he a champion? He is not a champion, so he will ground out to short unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. The sire die says not this time. So the ground out to short will be the play. And there's one away as Tommy Agee grounds it to Petrocelli. And there's one down for Don Buford. Normally a third baseman, but is playing second base in this game. We had a 2-3-5. 2-3-5 asks, is the pitcher wild? No, he's got semi-control. Is batter eager? No, he's not eager. He's going to ground out to second unless he's patient. He is not patient, so the ground out to second will stand. Had he been patient, he could have walked, but Buford not patient, so it's a ground out to the second baseman, Andrews, and it's 2 up and 2 down, 2 ground outs for Santiago. And that'll bring up Ken Boyer, first baseman. 1-2-5. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. Is the batter patient? No, he's not. It's going to be a ground ball to third, and that'll end the inning. So 3 ground outs, 1 to short, 1 to second, and 1 to third. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Jose Santiago. So the White Sox go quietly. We go to the bottom of the first. White Sox nothing. And the Red Sox coming to bat against left-hander Gary Peters, who is a semi-ace. And he's going to face Mike Andrews to start things off in the bottom of the first. 1-2-4. Does he have control? He's got semi-control. Dot gives it to him. He does have control this time. It's a ground out to short. Ron Hansen makes the play. And Mike Andrews is retired. So 1 down. That's going to bring up Jerry Adair, third baseman, and the designated cold batter, as he was 0 for 3 in the previous game. 2-3-6 double control. He does not have that. Let's see. He does not have it. Pitcher's not batting, so it will be a walk. And Jerry Adair will get be the first base runner as he draws a 1-out walk off of Gary Peters. And that'll bring up Yaz. 4-5-6. Blank for the pitcher. Is the batter patient? He's semi-patient, but the dot says no. So he's going to fly to center field for out number 2. That result is in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart for the first time. And that's a definite advantage to Chicago as they are harmonious and the Red Sox are dissonant. George Scott, the batter. 1-6, batting team dissonance. Yes, distracted swings at poor pitch and pops it up. Where does he pop it up to? Pops it up to third. So Scott pops it to third to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left. One inning is in the books, and we got no score from Fenway. We go to the second. It'll be Rocky Colavito facing Jose Santiago. Start the top of the second here at Fenway. This game is played Friday, September the 1st. Friday night, September 1st, but it's Manic Monday, so in our world, it's a Monday. 4-4-6. Pitcher a star. He's semi-star. Doc gives it to him. It's a ground out to second. For out number one is Mike Andrews makes the play. That'll bring up Pete Ward, normally a outfielder, but in this game he's playing third base. 2-3-6, double control. He does not have that. He's got single control, so it will be a walk. And I kind of do a homebrew where I normally do a homebrew where on that 2-3-6 it creates a lot of walks, so I check to see if the batter's eager or not before he walks. But in this game, I will play it by the book and not do that. All right, so he's aboard on a walk, and here is Ken Berry. 3-3-4, ace or star. He is a semi-star. Actually, he's a full star, so he will get the pop out to first base for out number two. 2 down, and that's going to bring up shortstop Ron Hansen. 3-4-6, blank for the pitcher. Is the batter eager? No, he's not. He's going to walk. So Ron Hansen will draw a base on balls. Second walk of the inning. It's going to put 2 on with 2 outs. That result is in purple, so we're going back to the chemistry chart, which again is bad news for Boston, good news for Chicago as far as the ratings go. For Josephson at bat, 1-5 pitching team harmony. No, they're not harmonious. So it's going to be a bloop single. A bloop single, lead die of 1. Lead die of 1 on a bloop single. With 2 outs, any runner from second scores. So it'll be a single for Josephson, and that will bring home Pete Ward. He will score. Hansen will stop at second, but it's going to be a 1-0 lead for the White Sox on the base hit by Josephson. And now it's going to bring up Gary Peters. He will come up to bat with 2 outs and 2 on. The White Sox grabbing an early lead. Boston won this game real world, but Chicago's doing better now. 5-5-6. Is he an ace? No, he is not. Is the batter a sad sack? He's a semi-sad sack. The dot says he is. So it's going to be a line out to first base. Otherwise, it would have been a double. Had that been a blank, that would have been a double. But he's going to line to Scott to end the inning. And that saves Santiago's bacon by just a little bit. But the White Sox do pick up the run. Those 2 walks were killer. And then the one base hit, that single by Josephson, was what did it. A run, a hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 favor of the White Sox. Reggie Smith will lead off, switch hitter. 2-3-4. Runners on base? No. Is he a hot batter? No, he's not. So he's going to pop it out to third base. Handled by Ward, 1 down. It's going to bring up the Hawkaroo, Ken Harrelson, right fielder. 3-3-4, ace or star. He is a semi-ace. Dot actually makes him an ace, so it's a pop up to first. 2 down. And that's going to send up Rico Petrocelli. Oh, triple ones. Look at that. Is he an ace? Yes, he is. The dot gives it to him. It's a ground out to third. Otherwise, it would have been a home run. But that dot prevailed, and the Sox go in order 1, 2, 3. The side or die was definitely in Peters' favor those last 2 at bats. And Petrocelli, that triple one usually means doom for the pitcher, but that ace quality takes that away. So we go to the third inning. 1-0 Sox. Back to the top of the order for Tommy Agee. He grounded to short his first time up. 115. Is he fresh? Yes, because we're only in the third inning. And let's see here. We're going to pop it up to the infielder of our choice. So it's going to be a pop up to second. So AG pops it up to Mike Andrews for one away. Brings up Don Buford. 145. Struggler. No, he's not a struggler. It's a ground out to first base since he's a switch hitter batting left. He's going to pull it to first base, and George Scott will take it to the bag himself. 2 up and 2 down for Ken Boyer. 225. 225. Is he a star? He's a semi-star, but the dot says no this time. It's a batter slugger or sad sack. Neither one. He's going to single to center field. Active would steal, but he's stoic, so he will not steal, but he will single. So it's a 2-out single for Ken Boyer. He's aboard with 2 down for Rocky Colavito. 2-2-6. Batter is hit by the pitch if that's a dot. It is not a dot. Is he the cleanup batter? He certainly is the cleanup batter. He's going to hit a home run to right field, a 2-run shot for Rocky Colavito, because he is the cleanup batter, the number 4 position. And that 2-2-6 says he's a cleanup batter. He hits a home run. So it's a 2-run shot for for Colavito rather. Boyer will score, and it's 3-0 White Sox. And Santiago in trouble. Here's Ward. 156. Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. We got outfield drama for the first time. So we'll go to our outfield drama chart for the Red Sox. In the outfield, Yastrzemski is gold. Smith is semi-gold. Harrelson is neutral. So now Smith and Yastrzemski are both gold. 2-4. 2-4 center fielder gold. Yes, Smith is now gold because of the dot. So he will make the catch. It is a fly out, and it's in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart to start the next inning. But a nice play there by Reggie Smith to end the inning. For the Sox, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Chicago. And we will be going to the chemistry chart for Elston Howard's at bat, based on that last result. So chemistry chart for Elston Howard. 3-5. Pitching team distance, no. It's a ground out to short. So Howard grounds it out to Hansen. 1 away. Had they been dissonant by chance, then that would have gotten through for a base hit. So Howard is out. 1 down. And now the pitcher, Santiago, is up to the plate. We'll bring Santiago over for his at bat. 2-4-4. 2-4-4. Ace. Yes, he's a semi-ace. The side right says he's an ace. It's a fly out to center field. 2 down. Santiago retired. Back to the top of the order. And Mike Andrews. 1-2-4. Does he have control? Yes, the dot gives it to him, so it's a ground out to short. And that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Gary Peters once again. Nothing doing for the Red Sox. We go to the 4th. It is still 3-0 Chicago. And this is the last full fresh inning for both starting pitchers. Ken Berry to lead off. 1-3-4 is the catcher Gold. Elston Howard is not Gold. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. We got outfield drama again for the Red Sox. Outfield drama once again. 3-4. Left fielder Iron. No. Yastrzemski is Gold. So he will not lose the handle for an error. It's an easy fly out. 1 away. So Yastrzemski makes a routine play. Or actually makes a difficult play look routine. And here's Ron Hansen. We had a 1-4-5. Is the pitcher struggling? No, it's a ground ball to third because he's a right-handed batter. It either goes to first or third, and so I just say if it's right-handed, it goes to third. If he's a left-handed hitter, it goes to first. Nothing earth-shattering about that. Here's Dwayne Josephson. 3-4-6. Is he eager? Yes, he is. He's going to fly to center. That's going to end the inning. Would have walked otherwise. Nothing doing for Chicago here in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and it is 3-0. Do it for the Red Sox. It'll be Jerry Adair. 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Is the batter patient? No, he's actually eager. He will ground out to third, and that's one away. So one down as Adair is retired. And that brings up Carl Yastrzemski. 1-2-4. Does he have control? Yes, the dot gives it to him again. And that's a ground out to short. So the decider die has been very Gary Peters friendly, that's for sure. Here's George Scott. 1-1-2. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. It's a strikeout. So he strikes out Scott to end the inning. Another 3 up and 3 down for the Red Sox. We go to the fifth. Score still 3-0 Chicago. And Gary Peters will lead off for the White Sox in the top of the fifth. Santiago and Peters both now semi-fresh. 3-3-4. Ace or star? No, Dot does not give it to him. It's batter a sad sack. We got to re-roll to see if he's a sad sack because he already used the decider die on Santiago. He's not a sad sack. So he's going to single to left field. Flag says if he's eager, he grounds out. He is eager, so it won't be a single. It'll be a ground out. And let's see where the ground out goes. Goes to third. So Peters, basically because he's a pitcher and he was eager, he couldn't quite manage to get a single out of that. He ends up grounding out to third. So one down. And back to the top of the order for Tommy Agee. 1-3-6. He's not an ace. Is he whiffer or cold? He's a semi-whiffer. The sire die says he is, so he will strike out. Tommy Agee out on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Santiago. Peters only has one strikeout himself, so not many strikeouts in this game. Buford, 1-2-4. Does he have control? No, Dot is not there, so no control. Is he eager? No, he's not. He's going to walk, so Buford will walk. If he's active, he would steal. Let's see. We got to re-roll to see if he's active because we already used the dot. Already used the die. I mean, he is active, so he's going to steal second base because he's semi-active. The dot gave it to him. So is there going to be a walk to Buford? 2-out walk, and he's going to steal second base. So with 2 outs, Buford is in scoring position for Ken Boyer. See if that stolen base comes into play. 2-3-5. Is he wild? No. Is the batter eager? No. Yes, he is eager. He's going to single through short. Because he's eager, he's going to single through the shortstop. Lead die of 2. Runners advance 1 base on single. Active runner scores from first on double, from second on any hit. So if the batter is active, or runner is active, he would score. Buford is semi-active. We got to reuse the dot, I believe. Let me double check it. Did we use the dot yet? No, we haven't used the dot yet. So the dot actually can be in play for the runner. He will score. Since he's active, since he's now considered active, he would score from second on that hit. And the White Sox lead it 4-0. Ken Boyer, 2 big hits in the last 2 at-bats, and Santiago's on the ropes. Calavito, 1-2-4, still does not have control. Is he eager? No, he's not. He's going to walk. So Calavito will walk. And the Red Sox bullpen is now active. They are loosening down there. They do have left-hander Bill Landis loosening in the pen. Here's Pete Ward. They're trying to get Santiago through the inning, if at all possible. 2-3-4 runners. Let's see, 2-3-4 runners on base. Yes, there are. We got plate drama. So we're going to plate drama. The catcher, Howard, is neutral. See if there's any kind of pass ball or wild pitch or whatnot that might go on. It's a 1-1 wild pitcher. No, otherwise it's a strike. So it's a strike, and we're going to the umpire chart for the first time. First and second. Runners on first and second, and we're going to the umpire chart. 5-6. Single, close play at the plate. Strict umpire at home, lead runner out at home. Other umpires rule runners safe. Ed Runge is not strict. He is semi-questionable. So that means the runner on second will be ruled safe scoring. And it says here, runner, let's see here. Batter to second. Runner safe at home, batter to second. So that means the batter took second on the throw and the runner that was on first took third on the throw. So base hit for Pete Ward. And since the umpire was not strict, it gave the safe sign. And it is now 5-0. And that might be all for Santiago. They were trying to get him through the inning because he does bat fourth coming up, but I think they can't wait any longer. He is now going to be considered a struggler because he's given up 5 runs. So he's coming out, and they will go to the bullpen. It won't be Landis because we got a right-hander Barry coming up. It's actually going to be Bucky Brandon. So Bucky Brandon will be coming on to pitch for the Red Sox, taking over for Santiago. Santiago had a rough outing, giving up 5 runs to this point in 4 2/3 innings. Brandon is now an ace since he comes in mid-inning. He is considered an ace this at bat to go along with his semi-flash and semi-control. So Bucky Brandon facing Ken Berry. 2-3-4, runners on base. Yes, we got plate drama again. Right back to plate drama. And we'll see if we go to the umpire chart again or something else happens. 4-5, catcher Gold. No, he's not Gold. It's going to be a pass ball, so that's going to score the run. Make it 6-0 White Sox on the pass ball by Elston Howard. It's also going to send us to the chemistry chart for this current at bat. So we're going to the chemistry chart. 2-6, batting team harmony. Yes, fired up batter chops a single for a base hit. It is now 7-0. As Ken Berry brings home the run. All those runs charged to Santiago. We now close the book on Santiago. He gives up 7 runs in 4 2/3 innings. And he gave up, how many hits did he give up? 1, 3, 4. Only 5 hits, but he did walk quite a bit. He walked 2, 3, 4. The 4 walks really got to him. And the big home run, of course, was also in play. So the Red Sox still looking for that elusive third out, as the White Sox have blown this thing open to 7-0 with 4 runs here in the 5th inning. And of course, they're still batting. And due up is the shortstop, Ron Hansen. 2-4-6. Pitcher have control. Yes, he does. Doc gives it to him. It's a ground out back to the pitcher. And it's going to finally end the inning. And the Red Sox faithful not very happy right now. 4 runs for the White Sox here in the 5th inning. But as they say sometimes, or at least like they like to say sometimes, the game is never in Fenway. With the Green Monster, anything can happen. So 4 runs, they do it on 3 hits. No errors and 1 left. Bottom of the 5th we go. And the Hawkaroo, I'm sorry, Reggie Smith, not the Hawkaroo. Reggie Smith will lead it off, followed by the Hawkaroo against Peters. We get a 2-4-5. Blank for the pitcher. Is the batter a hero? No, he's not. He's going to pop it up to second, and we're going to the experience chart for the next at bat. So he pops it up to second. Harrelson is neutral. Peters is an icon. So again, advantage Chicago on the experience chart. 2-6. Icon pitcher, yes. Experience with batter, strikes him out. So he strikes out Harrelson for 2 down. And that will bring up Rico Petrocelli. That's a 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Is the batter patient? Rico is not patient. He will ground to third unless he's a whiffer. He happens to be a semi-whiffer. Dot gives it to him. It's another strikeout. And another 1-2-3 inning for Gary Peters as he is just rolling along. No problems. We played 5 here at Fenway, and it is 7-0 White Sox on this Manic Monday. I was hoping for a close game, but you never know how the dice are going to roll. Here's Dwayne Josephson against Bucky Brandon, who is now semi-fresh. 2-4-6. Does he have control? No, he does not. Dot doesn't give it to him. Is it better eager or a sad sack? He is eager, which means he's going to pop it up to third. And that's one away. So he would have walked, but he was too eager. Pops it up to third. And that brings up the pitcher, Gary Peters, to bat. .366. He's not a pinch hitter, so he will fly out to center field. 2 down, and that's going to bring us to Tommy Agee. Agee's 0 for 3, and this hit parade by the White Sox, he's 0 for 3. 1-3-4. Gold catcher, no. Is he a champion? No. Back to outfield drama for the Red Sox. 4-4. Center fielder iron. No, he's actually gold now, so it's a fly out to end the inning, and that is in purple. So we're going to the chemistry chart to start the bottom of the 6th. So bottom of the 6th we go. We will be going to the chemistry chart for the at-bat of Elston Howard. And again, that's bad news for the Red Sox because they are dissonant and the White Sox are harmonious. That's just the way the game day rolls worked out. 1-2, batting team distance. Yes, strikeout. Would have been a fence check had they not been dissonant, but they were. 1 down. Oops, wrong card. 1 down, and I'm going to have to pause the video for Gracie. She was quiet up until now, but we'll take a break because we need a pinch hitter for Bucky Brandon. Okay, we are back. Joe Foy is going to pinch hit for Bucky Brandon. Book on Bucky Brandon, his final results, an inning and a third, 1 hit and nothing else. So he held the fort, but the fort was already in trouble, down 7-0. So Joe Foy is your pinch hitter. Next inning, top of the 7th, we will have Dan Osinski pitching for the Red Sox. He will be taking over in the top of the 7th. Right now, Joe Foy, after the strikeout of Howard to start the inning, Joe Foy is now batting. Pinch hitter. 1-4-4. Does the pitcher have flash? Yes, he does. It's a strikeout. There are goggles. So goggles say, on a 1-4-4, a questionable leading umpire calls ball 4. Ed Runge is semi-questionable. The dot says he's questionable, so that's actually going to change from a strikeout to a walk due to Ed Runge. So Runge has played an impact here as he took the strikeout away from Gary Peters and turned it into a walk. So it's a base on balls. Joe Foy leads off with a single, or with a walk rather. Or not leads off, but with 1 out. Hits a pinch hit walk, and here's Mike Andrews. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? No. Sire Dice says no. Right now he's semi-fresh, but now he's not. As a batter, a sad sack. He is not a sad sack. It's a single past second base, and that is the first base hit of the game. The no-hitter is gone as Mike Andrews gets a base hit, sends Foy to second base. That results in blue. We're going to the right now chart for the next at bat, and that next at bat belongs to Jerry Adair. He is neutral as he grounded out last time, but Peters is actually cold because he just gave up that hit. So we got a cold pitcher against a neutral batter. 1-6. Hot pitcher, no. That's clean single past second base is what it says. So lead die of 1's a 1 base advancement with less than 2 outs, and that's going to load the bases. So all of a sudden, Peters now a semi-struggler for giving up 3 consecutive base runners. The bases are full of Red Sox, and that's why we said the game is never over at Fenway. You never know what can happen. And now, Carl Yastrzemski with 1 swing of the bat can get his team right back in the game. There is only 1 out, and again, Peters is a semi-struggler. Oops, Sua Dice. Let's re-roll that. 1-4-4 again. It's flash for a strikeout, but again, Runge is questionable because of the dot. He's going to walk a run in. So Ed Runge, and the White Sox are giving Ed Runge the what for those close calls, and Runge may not want to hear much of it, so Peters better be careful. He might be kicked out. He's going to walk in a run, make it 7-1. Bases are still loaded with only one out. Now he's a full struggler because of that 4 consecutive base runs. He's a full struggler. And here's George Scott. It's a 1-2-6. Not fresh. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. It's a single pass first. And then around the horn they go again. One base advancement. 5th consecutive base runner. It's now 7-2 game as the Red Sox have cut into that lead. And now the White Sox bullpen is loosening in earnest as Peters just seems to have lost it. I think he's gotten frustrated by Ed Runge's 2 questionable calls. And he lost his concentration. So right now in the bullpen is right-hander, let's see here. Right-hander Don McMahon is in the bullpen. And they may need his services. Here's Reggie Smith. 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. Well, he's not fresh. He does have flash, though. So it will be a strikeout. It will not be a strikeout because he's not fresh. I take it back. Instead, it's a ground to short, which actually helps Peters better. It's going to turn to a 6-4-3 double play to finally end the inning and get Peters out of further trouble. So the fact that he wasn't fresh took the strikeout away, but it turned to a double play ground out. So for the Red Sox, they get 2 runs. They thought they were going to get more, but at least they get on the board. It is now 7-2 after 6 innings of play. For the Red Sox, they got 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and with the double play, they left 2 on base technically. So 7-2 is your score, and Dan Osinski is the new pitcher for Boston. He does not get the ace quality because he's starting the inning. However, he is semi-ace from the get-go. So we'll see what happens here, how long they want to stick with Gary Peters. He did pitch out of that mess, so we'll see what happens. Osinski to Buford. Start the top of the 7th. 1-4-6. Does he have flash? He's got semi-flash. The dot gives it to him. It's a strikeout, as Buford does not have the good eye quality, so it will be a strikeout. So Osinski strikes out Buford to start the top of the 7th. Here's Ken Boyer. 2-4-4. Is he an ace? He's semi-ace, but the sire die says no. Is he a champion? No. It's a ground out to short, and that's out number 2. So Osinski gets the first 2 outs, and here's Colavito. He had that big 2-run homer in the 3rd. That's Suadice again, so we'll re-roll. 2-2-3. Not wild. Is batter slugger or utility? He is utility. So he's going to line it to short, and that's going to end the inning. 1-2-3. Osinski puts down the White Sox in order. And it's 7-2 as we go to the 7th inning stretch. I'm not going to worry about stretching because I took that break to put Gracie outside. So we're going to keep rolling. And Peters is going to stay in there. He's no longer fresh at all, but the bullpen is ready. Don McMahon is ready if he need be. Ken Harrelson's going to lead it off. 1-5-5. Is a batter a home run king? He's a slugger, but not a home run king, so he will fly to center. And that's out number 1. So Hawk thought he had something there, but came up a bit short. Here's Petrocelli. 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? Semi-whiffer. Dot says he is. It's a strikeout. So Peters coming back this inning, showing he's still got something in the tank. And that'll bring up Elston Howard. And if he gets on, with a pinch hitter for Osinski. And it looks like Thomas may be loosening on the on-deck circle to pinch hit. 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Is he patient? No, he's actually semi-eager, so he will ground it out to 3rd unless he's a whiffer, which he is not this time. So it's ground out to 3rd. So 1-2-3 inning for Peters. So A hiccup in the 6th, but back to his normal self in the 7th. 7 innings in the books, and it's still 7-2 favor of Chicago. Osinski is now semi-fresh. He faces Ward, Berry, and Hansen as a semi-fresh pitcher. 3-5-6 is a left-right split. First time it comes in the game. He's a lefty. He's a righty on a 3-5-6. It does say utility or Sasak grounds out to short. He's semi-utility, but the dot is not there, so it will be a single for Pete Ward. Circle K single, as that's the first left-right split of the game. Usually comes up once, maybe twice a game. And here's Ken Berry. 4-5-6. Is he patient? No, he's not. He will fly to center for out number 1. That's in purple. We're going to the chemistry chart for the at-bat of Ron Hansen. 3-5. Pitching team dissonance. Yes, inattentive infielder lets ball get past him for a single. Lead die of 3. Runners advance 2 bases on any hit. So that's going to put runners on the corners. So I'm not sure which infielder was that inattentive, but somebody was daydreaming out there. And that cost them. And that's going to put runners on the corners with 1 out. And Dwayne Josephson, the batter. Red Sox looking to turn 2 for this double play if they can get it. 4-5-5. Does he have flash? No, he does not. Is the batter a home run king? No, he's not. He's going to ground out to first. And let's see, on a lead die of 4, runners advance. So the run's going to score. The only play was at first base, as Scott could only step on the bag himself. He had no other play. Playing back for that double play. So the run scores is now 8-2. Hansen will take second base. And now we will get a pinch hitter for Gary Peters. His day is done. They will shake his hand and say, there you go. And pinch hitter extraordinaire, Smokey Burgess, will be coming on to pinch hit for the White Sox. Don McMahon, former Red Sox, will be coming in to pitch the 8th inning. Osinski to Burgess. There are now 2 outs. Runner at second for Burgess. Smokey Burgess. 1-4-6. Does the pitcher have flash? Yes, he does. He's got flash with a dot, so the dot's there. Struck him out to end the inning, but a run does score on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is now 8-2. Favor of the White Sox. And I'm thinking, I didn't look it up. I don't have it right in front of me. I was thinking that the Red Sox actually won this game about 10-2, but so we're kind of reversing history here. But that's okay. That's the way the dice decided to call it. So McMahon is your new pitcher for the White Sox, and he'll be facing a pinch hitter for the pitcher Osinski. So the Red Sox will turn to a pinch hitter, and they've got some lefties on the bench. They're going to go with Dalton Jones. Left-handed hitting Dalton Jones will pinch hit for Osinski. And they'll have to bring a new pitcher in for the 9th inning. Not sure who that's going to be yet. But leading off the 8th will be Dalton Jones against McMahon. 1-1-4. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. The first batter of the game he faces. It's a ground out to short. 1 away. So Jones fails in the pitch. Here's Andrews. 1-4-5. Struggler. No, it's a ground out to third. So that's 2 down. And that brings up Adair. 4-4-6. Is he a star? McMahon is a star. It's a ground out to second to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down go the Red Sox here in the 8th. We go to the 9th, 8-2 in favor of Chicago. And most of the Fenway faithful have left the building. And really can't blame them, as the Red Sox have kind of laid an egg in this game. So, new pitcher for Boston. Pretty much a mop-up job right about this point. They will turn to... Well, who do they want to use here? They got Agee, Buford, and Boyer, so it's right, left, and right. They're going to go to Dave Moorhead. He will come on and pitch. For Osinski, he's going to go 2 innings, give up 2 hits and a run. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 1. Forgot to do the line on Peters, unfortunately, so let me do that real quick. He went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. He walked 3, and he struck out 5. And of course, he stands to be the winner. Santiago will be the loser unless something miraculous happens. So here we go. Top of the 9th. Moorhead to Tommy Agee. We get a 3-4-5. Is it iron catcher? No. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not. It's a strikeout. So Agee strikes out, and that's in blue. We're going to the right now chart. Moorhead, of course, is a hot pitcher because of that strikeout. Buford is cold because he struck out his last at bat. So you got a hot pitcher against a cold batter. And that's a 2-2. Cold pitcher, no. It's going to be a line out to third. Since he wasn't cold, it's a line out to third. 2 down for Ken Boyer. 2-3-5. He's not wild. Is the batter eager? Yes, he is. So that's going to be a single. That's the second time he's gotten a single by being eager. That's 3 hits for Boyer. All singles. 2 of them came because he's eager. The same result. Here's Colavito. 1-1-2. Does the pitcher have flash? Yes, he does. It's a strikeout to end the inning, unless the batter has a good eye. But Dot says he does not have the good eye, so the strikeout will hold to end the inning. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. So Moorhead goes 1 inning, gives up 1 hit and nothing else, and got 2 strikeouts. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. McMahon in there to finish out the game. He's now semi-fresh, facing Yastrzemski, Scott, and Smith. Red Sox down 8-2, at least trying to make it respectable. 3-4-4, prospect pitcher. McMahon's an icon, so that fails. Is the batter patient? He is semi-patient. Dot says he's patient. It will be a walk. So Yastrzemski walks to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Yeah, so let's get something going here. George Scott, the batter. Two, 3-3. Ace or star? Yes, he's both, actually. It's a ground out to short, which is a fielder's choice. So Scott will reach as they get Yastrzemski out 6-4 on the force play for out number 1. Scott, the new runner at first base for Reggie Smith. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? No. He's semi-fresh. Dot says no. Home run king or sad sack? Neither one. So that's a double to left field for Reggie Smith. He's going to double. And with less than 2 outs, just a 2-base advancement, puts runners at second and third with 1 out for Hawk Harrelson. And, of course, the infield will lay back. McMahon, 2-4-6. Does he have control? Yes, he does. It's a ground out to the pitcher. And now let's see about the base running. We have a chart for that. There is a chart for that. So it says here, see here, lead die with the infield playing back. The lead die is a 2. And we had runners at second and third. Second and third, lead die is a 2. Out at first, runners advance. So it is going to be out at first, runners advance. So the run will score. It's going to go 1-3 for the putout. Scoring is Scott, and going to third is Reggie Smith. Cuts the lead to 8-3, but now there are two down. And last chance is Rico Petrocelli. (1-1-4). Is he fresh? This time he is with the dot. So that will be a ground out to short, and there is your ball game. For the Red Sox, they get a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. So they do get the run in the 9th inning. And the final score is 8-3 in favor of the Chicago White Sox. And we'll be right back with the totals. All right, we are back. Here's my chicken scratch score sheet, History Maker score sheet, to give you the totals for the White Sox. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Red Sox, 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The White Sox left on 2, 3, 4, 5 left on base. If you want to add that in. And the Red Sox left on 1, 3, 4. Looks like they left on 4. Winning pitcher was Gary Peters. Losing pitcher was Santiago. Player of the game, could give it to Gary Peters for his pitching. He went 7 innings, gave up just the 2 runs and 3 hits. So that's a possibility. Ken Boyer was 3 for 5. Colavito did have the home run. Ward had a couple of hits and a walk, scored 3 runs. So there's a lot of different guys there, but I think I'm going to go ahead and give it to Gary Peters as the player of the game. So History Maker Baseball got its turn here on Manic Monday. Next Monday is going to be, I'm not sure what it's going to be actually. It could be one of a couple different games. Possibilities include Fall Classic Baseball, Inside Pitch, Season Ticket, or Pine Tar. Could be any of those. So we'll see between now and next week which one of those games I play a practice game and brush up on the rules so that by the time I want to play it, I feel like I'm able to play it without messing up the game. So anyway, this is History Maker Baseball on Manic Monday. Chicago White Sox, 1967. Start the month of September with a victory over the Boston Red Sox by the score of 8-3. Winning pitcher was Gary Peters. And, of course, the losing pitcher was Jose Santiago. And that's going to do it for Manic Monday. So, hope you enjoyed that presentation. Hope you're having a good Monday and a good start to your week. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. And I will see you all down the road.